is Vicki, and she started the Advanced Communications series. She will be doing the first project out of the Entertaining Speaker Manual, and the title is Viva Las Vegas.
Fellow Toastmasters, have you ever heard the term, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas?
Yes.
Well, I'm here to tell you that I'm going to share a little bit of stuff that happened in Vegas, but I have changed the names to protect the innocent. One of the things I love about Vegas is when you fly in, if you come in at night, you come right over the Strip, and it is shining and bright, and it is one of the best cities to fly into at night because it is just full of light. So I try and always get a flight that comes in at night if I'm coming into Vegas. At one particular time, we went down for my birthday, which is in July. And for some reason, Vegas is very hot in July. So we got into the airport probably 10:30 at night, waiting for our luggage, and the airport's very hot. We checked what the temperature was, and it was still 104 degrees at 10:30 at night. I cannot believe it. It was dark, so it was a stagnant heat. So we went to our hotel room and got all settled in. When we got to our hotel room, I noticed that behind our hotel there was this track, and I didn't know what it was because it was so dark. But in the morning, when we opened our window, we saw that they had built a racetrack around. Then they also had like an obstacle course, and there were cars going around in this racetrack, like Corvettes and fast cars. And then this off-road track that was in the middle was with Hummers. And I was like, this is very cool. I always wanted to drive a Hummer. We'll have to figure out what this is. So my friend Jane and I went down to find out what this track was. And they said, if you want to do it, you pay us, I think, $20. It wasn't very expensive. You have to take an alcohol test to make sure that you haven't been drinking, you know, probably a good thing. You pay your money and you choose. Do you want to go around the track, or do you want to do the obstacle, or you can do one of each because you get 2 times. So we said one of each. Now, I'm not really big into race cars, but I figured why not try and drive as fast as I could. I didn't do very well in the Corvette, I think it was, that I was in. We had to have a driver instructor with us just to be able to take control of the wheel. I don't know how, but so I went around the track. I think maybe my top speed was 55, 60, because we had the turns. I think if it was a straightaway, I would have been okay. But it was the track, like a racetrack, and when you come around a turn, I'm not one to really accelerate into that turn and, you know, skid around. I'm one to take it easy. So that was okay. But next, I got into the Hummer. Now, they let my friend Jane sit in the back seat, and then when we had the instructor, and then I got to drive. And it was fun. We had these dips that we went through and went over logs. And they're pretty big logs. We've seen them in the forest when we are going through the forest. You know, when our hikes, we have to like hike over them. So we're driving over it. And then one of them is there's this incline that it must be, I don't know, the incline is crazy. Then it peaks out. And then you go down. And it was really amazing because I drove up it and you couldn't tell when you were going to get to that top. You just kept driving and then all of a sudden you crested, but you couldn't see down. It was amazing because I know that they, first of all, would not build a track that wasn't going to be safe in most cases. There's just liability. So they had to do tests, so I knew we were going to be okay. So I went through the track. My friend and I switched places. She got in the driver's seat. She's driving along. She got to the bottom, and the instructor's like, okay, drive up. She started up and then peaked and said, okay, I'm done. And I said, you can't be done. You can't get out. There's no way for us. No, I'm done. Oh. So we're stuck at the top. I'm going, what is going on here? And the instructor very calmly is saying, you can do it, just go forward. Nope, I can't see. I'm going to drive off. We're going to fall. Not doing it. It must have taken us 15 minutes to convince her that she was not going to just drop off. That if she went forward, it would be okay. Finally, we went down and we finished up. Now, she complained about that the rest of the trip. She was never ever going to do that again. So another thing we like to do is we don't gamble very much. We'll go to a show once in a while, but we won't spend the $200-300 to see Elton John or Celine Dion. I mean, I just don't have that kind of money for entertainment. But we'll walk around, and we'll walk all day long in and out of the casinos because it gets really hot. So if you go in a casino, you cool down, you come out the other side. We did this, got back to our hotel room probably about 11:30, 12 o'clock. We went to sleep. And then I heard this thing about stay in your rooms, we'll let you know if there's anything else to go on. And then I went back to sleep, and I thought I had dreamed it. And then she woke up in the morning, we woke up and we're getting ready, she goes, did you hear something about a fire and an alarm and to stay in our rooms without further notice? I said, I thought I was dreaming it. She said, so do I. And then we looked at each other thinking, oh my gosh, we didn't even pay attention to this warning that the hotel was on fire and we should have gotten out. That's how tired we are. So when you're in Vegas, there's some stories you can tell, but it's best to leave in Las Vegas.